Kambili woke up before the first rooster crowed. She sat on the edge of her bamboo bed, staring at the dying rose the stranger had placed in her hand the previous evening. It had wilted overnight, its petals shrinking inwards like a secret refusing to reveal itself. Her heart felt the same way, half open, half closed. "If this is a sign, God, let it be a clear one," she whispered. But fate, in its usual fashion, answered her with silence. Her mother, Mama Kambili, pushed the door open without knocking. "Kambili," she said, breathless, "hurry. They're calling us at the square." Kambili blinked. "Square? For what?" Mama Kambili grabbed her hand. "A man came late last night. He says he's looking for a wife. A responsible one. They asked every eligible woman to gather. You must look presentable." Kambili didn't like the sound of it, but she followed. Outside, the sun had barely risen. Women were dusting their wrappers, whispering, adjusting their geli. The young men stood watching, smirking as though a parade was about to start. Kambili felt a hot stone drop in her stomach. She wasn't prepared for this kind of morning. When they reached the square, the man everyone was whispering about stood in the center, dark, tall, shoulders firm, dressed sharply. His name was Okafor, a well-known farmer with land, wealth, and a reputation that stretched beyond 3 villages. He looked nothing like the glowing figure she had seen on her wedding day vision. No radiance, no aura, no divine warmth. He looked normal, too normal. Mama Kambili nudged her sharply. "Smile." The village announcer cleared his throat. "Okafor says he wants a wife by the next moon. He will inspect." Kambili's eyes widened. Inspect? Before she could react, the women were lined up like goats at the market. Her heart sank. "Mama, this doesn't feel right." Mama ignored her. "Stand properly. Let destiny see you." When Okafor reached Kambili, he paused. He looked her over slowly. Too slowly. Kambili's heart pounded with embarrassment. She felt like the ground should swallow her. "Step forward," Okafor ordered. She did. He raised her chin with one finger, stared into her face. "Step back." Then he shook his head. "No." Just one word. But it hit her chest like a stone. The women behind her gasped. Someone whispered, "Ah?" He rejected her openly. Even the birds fell silent. Mama Kambili's face shifted from hope to humiliation. "Kambili," she hissed. "Let's go." They walked home in silence. The kind of silence that wounded more than words. Inside their hut, Mama finally spoke. "You said you're waiting for Odogwu. You said destiny will come with gold. But how many years shall we wait? Even ordinary men are rejecting you now." Kambili felt tears sting her eyes. "Mama, Okafor is not my destiny. I felt nothing." Mama snapped. "So destiny must come from heaven with wings? You better wake up." Kambili stood still, fighting the ache in her throat. That night, she could not sleep. Her thoughts kept circling the same question. What if destiny is not beautiful at first sight? What if I'm rejecting the very thing meant to save me? But the image of the stranger with the rose wouldn't leave her mind. His voice, his calmness, the way he said, "Odogwu is a man of courage." Who was he? Why did his presence feel like a message? The next week passed slowly. Every morning her mother woke her with a sigh. Every evening women came to mock indirectly. "And, Kambili, your husband from heaven hasn't come? If you see Odogwu, tell him we greet him oh." Their laughter echoed inside her chest. One afternoon, Mama Kambili came home with another surprise. "Kambili," she said, "your uncle in the city has agreed to take you in. Maybe your destiny is not here. Maybe it is waiting for you where people don't know your story." Kambili's heart both lifted and dropped. Leaving home meant leaving the stranger, and the rose, and everything familiar. But staying meant dying slowly under shame. That night, she stepped outside, stood under the moon, and whispered, "Whoever you are, wherever you are, find me." The wind blew softly across her face, carrying a faint scent of something floral. She looked down. A fresh rose lay at her feet. Her blood ran cold. This one was not wilted. It was alive, bright, fragrant, and it hadn't been there a second ago. Kambili stepped back, trembling. Someone was watching her. Someone who shouldn't know where she lived. Someone who didn't want to be seen yet. For the first time since she turned 23, Kambili felt something stronger than hope. She felt fear. That night, Kambili sat in her tiny room, staring at the ceiling as tears slipped quietly into the powder on her cheeks. Her chest rose and fell with the weight of everything she had learned and everything she had refused to see. She whispered to herself, voice trembling. Maybe Mama Kambili was right. Maybe beauty is not enough. Her reflection in the small, cracked mirror stared back at her, fragile and honest in a way she had never allowed before. And for the first time, she said the words clearly, slowly, like a truth she had been running from. If you think beauty is not enough, add something to it. Add wisdom. Add sense. Add dignity. Add direction. Add purpose. But life didn't clap for her realization. Life simply watched. And even the cockroach resting silently in the corner seemed to nod as if to agree. Welcome to reality, Madam Odogwu. If you have reached the end of part 2, then you already know, Kambili's life is no longer ordinary. Something strange, something unexpected, something bigger than pride, gossip, or dreams is about to collide with her fate. And trust me, part 3 will shake this entire village. But before part 3 drops, I need you. Yes, you watching this right now, to do something powerful. Because this story is just beginning, and I want you to be part of every twist, every reveal, every heartbreak, and every miracle that is coming. If you enjoyed this part, hit the like button immediately. It tells YouTube that this story deserves to reach thousands more. Drop a comment below, even if it's just, I can't wait for part 3, or bring part 3 now. Every single comment helps push this story far, and your comment might be the reason someone else discovers it. Share this video with someone who loves deep African stories, supernatural twists, shocking drama, or emotional journeys. Let your friends tell their friends. Let the story travel. Subscribe if you haven't already, because the next episode is one you cannot afford to miss. Turn on your notification bell so you don't blink and miss the exact moment part 3 drops, because part 3 is about to answer the one question burning in every heart. Did Kambili's Odogwu finally arrive, or did destiny send her something far more dangerous? What exactly stepped into that village? And why does it feel like Kambili's prophecy is beginning to come true in a way nobody expected? Part 3 will reveal secrets. Part 3 will shake confidence. Part 3 will test pride. Part 3 will expose what even Kambili herself never imagined. So if you truly want to see what happens next, type in the comment section, I'm ready for part 3. I can't wait for part 3. Drop part 3 now. Let me feel your excitement. Let me see your anticipation. Let me know you're ready. Because trust me, part 3 is coming, and it is going to be a banger. Don't miss it for anything. See you guys in the next chapter.